presenting using two of our books, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley and Interpreter of Maladies by Jekyll and Hyde. The main focus of my presentation will be to answer the question, is the search for self-identity mental or physical? I'll be walking through two characters' journeys to find out who they really are, and I'll be analyzing the various pushes and pulls that affect them, such as a bigger salary or better living conditions. From this, I'll be pulling the deeper meaning and examining how both authors use the human motif of the chase to add meaning to their stories. So, just for you guys, what is a chase?
The pursuit?
Yes. What else?
When you're searching for something or something?
Yes.
An adventure.
Okay.
It's like a run.
So what do you need to have a chase?
You need to have an end result that you want.
Yes.
Like a goal.
Yeah, you need two parties and then
Something that's
a party and
evading
an
something
idea.
else.
One that's chasing the other. So just some examples of common chase scenes. Roadrunner and Coyote.
Yeah.
The classic chase scene. Two contenders have to represent a goal to find food, success, on the other side the will to continue to live, to escape. The hyena chase from Lion King. Two opposing goal-driven parties striving to get what they desire. Life and hunger are two powerful motives, and they're conflicting here. Some other examples: Pac-Man, Indiana Jones, Inception, Police. So you might recognize these, you might not, but the main point of these is that they're all physical chases. But you can also have logical or mental chases, with conflicting ideals and such. So chases, as I said earlier, are a human motif. They're used to introduce a conflict to the story or the plot. They're commonly used to mask a theme because they bury a mentally deep point behind lighthearted comedy or comic relief. So again, the main focus of my presentation will be to answer the question, is the search for self-identity mental or physical? So the first example I'm going to use is from Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The monster undergoes a journey to attempt to define himself and to attempt to assimilate to human society. The main thing I'm going to be looking at here is how every physical chase comes with a mental struggle. The monster's quest is just to fit in with humanity. He takes up a residence near a small cottage built by several guys. During the mornings, he attended to the motions of the cottagers to learn how humans interacted. This helped him both developing his language skills and to learn the finer points of communication and interaction between humans. When the night fell, the monster helped as best he could. He cleared their path from the snow and performed other deeds that he had seen done by Felix. The reactions of the cottagers were that of surprise and wonder. The monster knew that he was doing good deeds, and he was happy about it. He grew up knowing how only how to do good, so when he found out what bad was, he was really awakened. The monster is characterized as inherently good in this quote, and that primes the chase, the subplot with the cottagers and all that stuff. The monster was just making an attempt to normalize, to become autonomous, to learn how the humans interacted with each other. All of this led up to the moment where he finally revealed himself. So the monster's quest or chase for self-identity was not run alone. He was majorly influenced by, firstly, Victor, because of the conflict between creator and creation, where the creator refused to respect and befriend the creature. The monster wanted to be accepted, demanded that Victor must create a female for the monster, with whom he could live in the interchange of those sympathies necessary for his need. This Victor alone could do, and he demanded it of him. Secondly, DeLacy, who was blind and thus could not see the monster's physical state, and then when he heard the monster's scared, kind personality, he accepted him and brought him in, but he could not protect him from his family. Thirdly was Felix, who enters the house, beats the monster, and destroys the entire work that the monster was trying to, or the monster's entire work trying to assimilate into humanity. Along with his sister and his wife, his horror and consternation on beholding the monster was overwhelming. Felix dashed him to the ground and struck him violently with a stick. The monster was overcome with pain and anguish. This foreshadows the way the monster will turn violent. This is the scene where the monster introduced the concept of inflicting pain for others. Now this concept, While this conflict was a battle of strength and will between two people, it's not always so. Chases can be centered around a goal, a dream, or a desire. So they can span entire lifetimes and sometimes multiple generations or even more. Some common well-known goals are the American dream, or just to put food on the table for your family, or some common ones like life, liberty, and property. My next example will be from the very last story, A Third and Final Continent, from the collection Interpreter of Maladies by Leary. Many times the physical and the mental parts of a chase will work together. The mind provides the drive, and the physical body will execute the task. So the physical body strives to bring the mind to peace. The biggest idea to be pulled from the story is that true character is found when one overcomes hardships because of the relation between those. Everyone has a dream of what they want to become or acquire. For some, that dream is luxury, while others, it's just to fit in, to be loved, to have friends. It varies. In A Third and Final Continent, the narrator's goal was to educate and establish himself abroad, and to move into a house that he owned in a garden. This quote uses remarkably normal diction to show the contrast between the narrator's just commonplace, realistic goals to the exciting, drama-packed goals that we look for in a chase. The goal may sound mundane to some people, but to people like the narrator, it was the entire world, and literally going around the entire world to get there. The narrator, a poor, penniless Bengali bachelor, uses what he has to do what he can, and as a result finds out who he really is, while he constructs the life of his dreams. The last passage of A Third and Final Continent in this story really captures this feeling. While the astronauts, heroes forever, spent mere hours on the moon, I have remained in this new world for nearly 30 years. I know that my achievement is quite ordinary. I am not the only man to seek his fortune far from home. Still, there are times that I am bewildered by each mile I have traveled, each meal I have eaten, each person that I have known. And as ordinary as it all appears, there are times that it is beyond my imagination. This passage concludes the whole story, or the short story, and also ends the collection as a whole. It concludes the struggle that countless pioneers, explorers, and wanderers have felt throughout the entirety of time, and mentions its conclusion. It builds up to a climax, pulling in elements from the beginning and the middle of the story, along with connecting to the other cross-continental elements. At the peak of the climax, all of the tension drops, and the story is concluded on a calm, almost magical note. The dream of a new life was mental, but the action, the long, harsh, cross-cultural journey is physical. In both Frankenstein and A Third and Final Continent, as with many other stories, the main characters have both a mental and a physical aspect to their ultimate goals. One was just trying to be accepted, while the other was trying to establish a home. Both were linked by the common desire to fit in, to have friends, or to live the American dream. These dreams were not for massive riches or infinite power, but for simple, mundane things that most people take for granted. It was not the end product that matters, it was the journey and the lessons learned along the way. The characters' mental desires sparked their thirst for achievement, and then their physical selves acted upon these dreams so that they could attain their goals. Because of these two parts acting together, the dreamers were not deterred. They were propelled forward, vaulting obstacles and setbacks that were flung into their path by the rigors and hardships of life. Thus, the search for self-identity was both mental and physical, is crippled with only one and driven